Medicare plans vary greatly when it comes to Medicare supplements versus Medicare Advantage. And a lot of times there is lot of confusion surrounding what is the difference. And so we take great pride in just saying, here are pros and cons of Medicare supplements. Here are pros and cons of Medicare Advantage. And when a person is well informed, it is easy for them to make a decision. It's just our job to make it crystal clear on what are those pros and cons, and then a person can select from there. So a person cannot choose to have both a Medicare supplement and a Medicare Advantage plan. It's an either or. And so when we look at those options, it's not like, well, I want to make sure I have good insurance. I'm just going to take it all. A, B, C, D, G, N. We can't do that. And so it's really painting the picture of saying, I'm either going to choose Medicare to be my primary, a supplement as a secondary. That's going to take care of my doctor and hospital. And then I need to have a drug plan, Medicare Part D. That's option one. Option two is going to be, hey, I really like this all-in-one package deal of a Medicare Advantage. And it's going to include some extras that you don't have over here. But again, I like both options. There are pros and cons to each. And if a person understands the ins and outs of each option, it becomes very easy to make that selection. All Medicare supplement companies offer the identical plans, plans A through N. Plan G would be the most popular plan. And if I say Plan G, it doesn't even matter what company name it is, they're going to have to work exactly the same. Any doctor, any hospital, anywhere in the country, and all I have out-of-pocket responsibility on a Medicare approved charge is a Part B deductible. So when I understand that I have a Plan G and all Plan Gs work exactly the same, I just have to shop price. I don't have to worry, how does this company pay compared to the next company? So one deductible would be referring to Plan G. And once you've satisfied that deductible, here we are in 2026, the deductible is $283. And I'm going to pick on my mom. Once she has satisfied that deductible of $283, she doesn't have to pay another penny the rest of the year for a Medicare approved charge. So again, Medicare's primary. Medicare approves the charge and they pay their portion. And then the supplement pays the remainder of that bill once you've paid your deductible. Choosing a Part D plan is maybe one of the most fun subjects to talk about because there are 12 different plans in the area that we live. There's 12 different plans to choose from. And you cannot say, oh my gosh, for 2026, this plan is the best. You can't. What we look at are these contributing factors. What pharmacy are you going to? What meds are you on? And so there is a plan finder tool that allows us to say, here's my medicines, here's the pharmacy that I go to, and this plan finder tool will organize those 12 plans according to cost, and we'll know which plan saves you the most all the way down to which plan is going to cost you the most. When considering a Medicare Advantage plan, and we're looking at in and out of network scenarios, the out-of-pocket responsibility for in-network is significantly less than if you're out of network. Just the client responsibility can be significant if it's out of network. Bundled coverage would refer to having doctor, hospital, and prescription coverage all in one, all under one card. And it may feel good to say it's all under one card. I don't know that there's much of an advantage to be able to say I just have one card for everything. Medicare Advantage many times will have a zero premium plan in your area. And when you have that, I think it's instantly I want to say, but we need to understand what the out-of-pocket responsibility is going to be when I have doctor and hospital services. It's very appealing. It's very attractive to have no monthly premium in comparison to a Medicare supplement. But we also highlight, what am I likely to pay if I have to go in and have cataract surgery if I have Medicare with a supplement versus a Medicare Advantage plan. More people today turning 65 or going on to Medicare for the first time are choosing a Medicare Advantage plan over Medicare with a supplement. I believe very strongly that the reason why that is there are some extra bells and whistles that come with a Medicare Advantage. Not all plans include this, but many of them will include some extra dental benefits, some extra vision benefits, some free gym membership um, programs. Also, you can find many times a zero premium plan in your area. And so we're drawn to the zero premium, we're drawn to these extra benefits when, again, I feel like it is my responsibility to shed light on, okay, there's pros and cons for this, and there's pros and cons for this. If you understand ins and outs of each, you can make an informed decision. We love to take a client through a needs assessment to understand that client profile. Do they travel a lot? What type of meds are they on? What pharmacy do they go to? Do they have any upcoming surgery, treatment, therapy? What are they expecting on the horizon? And based on that client profile, for us, when we get to do this every day, it makes it very evident for us to see, oh my goodness, we should be gravitating this direction. I try to refrain and I try to just state the pros and cons of each option and allow the client to decide. But many times they're in our office because they're looking for guidance. They're looking for someone to give them a recommendation. And we're happy to do so. We just maybe take pride in providing enough education and information that it makes it easy for them to make that decision on their own. I think there's going to be a common theme here that so many people become overwhelmed trying to navigate this Medicare maze on their own. And we're sitting here saying, that's our bread and butter. That's our specialty. We can really help with that, add clarity, and make this subject really easy. And so the message would be, don't try to figure it out on your own. Give us a call and see if we can help.